Depression signs you should never ignore. Depression is a silent killer, an epidemic that is tragically sweeping across America, which 17.3 million American adults are diagnosed with, over 7% of the American population. It's also more than just an individual disorder, it is a leading cause of disability worldwide and costs the U.S. economy more than $100 billion every year. Depression is a massive problem. And you need to know the signs of depression. Some are obvious, some less so. But if you or a loved one ever find yourself exhibiting some of these symptoms, seek help immediately. Depression is a painful, debilitating disorder. But the good news is that you can receive treatment via therapy and medication. People who suffer can lead happy, productive lives, if they seek the treatment that they need. Depressed mood. This is the most obvious of all the depression signs, but it's more than just feeling down in the dumps because of a bad day at work. For the depressed mood to be a sign of depression, it must be long-lasting. The DSM-V defines it as having a depressed mood most of the day, for almost every day of a 2-week period. Another way to describe this type of depressed mood is understanding that it is more than just attributable to something external which happened in your life. The depression feels real, palpable, and disproportionate to anything happening in your world. Increased irritability. People don't always express this condition with a sad or depressed mood. Instead, it often manifests as increased irritability, sensitivity, or anger. This means that sufferers are more likely to snap at people or become enraged faster than usual. Interestingly, irritability is not a formal symptom of depression in adults on the DSM-V. However, it is noted as one among children and teenagers. Some doctors report as many as 1 in 3 patients self-report increased irritability when they are depressed. And they also note that their irritability decreases as they treat their depression. Spikes in anxiety. Depression and anxiety are linked, with anxiety being one of the potential symptoms of depression. Anxiety can occur in many forms, but it is generally understood as being a general feeling of worry or panic which is not attributable to any specific event or circumstance. While everyone gets anxious at some point, the anxiety felt by someone who is depressed either occurs for no reason or is disproportionate to any outside event. Fatigue. Depression often saps someone's energy, vitality, or desire to do much of anything. Indeed, depression is often characterized by laying around, moping, watching television, playing video games, or engaging in other activities which don't require the use of a lot of energy. This isn't because of laziness, but because someone who is depressed is too tired and/or scared to do anything else. Thankfully, treating depression can often make fatigue abate. While fatigue can be a symptom of depression, the reverse is also true. Chronic fatigue syndrome often occurs first, followed by depression. That's why it's important to note that one of these signs, occurring in and of itself, doesn't automatically mean that someone has depression. Trouble sleeping. Sleep trouble and depression signs are inexorably linked. Individuals with depression often show signs of insomnia, not being able to sleep, or hypersomnia, sleeping too much. There are many potential reasons for this, but it is important to understand the purpose of sleep. It restores the body and helps return your body and mind to a state of equilibrium. Not being able to sleep not only puts your physical body at risk, but it puts your mind and mood in danger as well. Your doctor may prescribe antidepressants which can make it easier to sleep. However, some antidepressants can also disrupt sleep. Make sure to discuss these issues with your doctor. Like many of these symptoms, depression can cause sleep trouble, but sleep trouble can also cause depression, with research showing that the risk of depression is high among people who have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. Suicidal ideation. Of all of the depression signs listed here, this is the most serious. Suicide is, tragically, on a dramatic rise, with rates of suicide reaching highs not seen since the World War II era. More than 47,000 Americans died by suicide in 2017. an increase of 33% since 1999. Remember, too, that suicidal ideation should not be confused with a suicide attempt. Most people exhibit a variety of warning signs before attempting suicide. These include thinking about or talking about wanting to end one's life, saying things like, "The world would be better without me," giving away prized possessions, increased use of alcohol or drugs, enhanced aggression or fatigue. If you are concerned that you or someone you love is a risk to themselves, don't hesitate, call 911 now, or contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255.